Hey, what's going on, you guys? So today I'm going to be showing you how I obtained all of the Modern Warfare 2 promotional rewards for all of the promotions that are going on right now. This includes for the ones that are out of my country and outside of my region. I currently reside in the United States, and I was able to obtain the promotional codes that are outside. For example, like the BurgerKing one, the PapaJohns. Those were two of them that I was able to obtain myself. And again, I was able to obtain these without having to trade someone for the codes or without having to pay someone directly for a code. So again, if you're in the United States, you can actually obtain all of these codes yourself without having to trade anyone or pay someone directly for a code. Now, if you're outside of a different country or even a different region, I would assume that this would be able to work for you as well. But since I'm not in a different region, I can't confirm that for myself. I can't confirm or deny. So you will most likely have to, if you want to try it out, see if it works. And it's just most likely going to be trial and error. But I would assume that these steps would be basically the same for anybody else outside of the region. I forgot to mention as well that I'm going to be giving out some promotional codes for the Jack links. These are the beef jerky promotional codes that gives you a chance to obtain the new operator skin, that's ghillie suit or the Sasquatch one. I have 4 codes to give away, so if you go ahead and like the video, subscribe, and leave a comment down below, you'll be entered to a drawing to see if you can win one of the codes. You also have to comment down below a 4-set digit number. I'm going to be playing on screen randomly throughout the video. I'm going to be placing a set of 4 codes. As long as you comment those 4 codes and you like the video and subscribe, you'll have a chance to win one of the promotional codes for the Jack link, which is the beef jerky one, where you can obtain or have a chance to obtain the new Sasquatch ghillie suit. Alright, so the first promotional reward that I'm going to be reviewing is the BurgerKing one. The BurgerKing one is currently available in 40 different countries. Unfortunately, it's not available for United States and United Kingdom, I believe, the UK. But if you look on their website, you can see which 40 countries are available. For me personally, this one was the easiest to obtain because at the moment, if you are in the United States, and I will assume this would work for anybody else in a different region as well, you can currently go onto the website for the BurgerKing website for France, and this one's gonna allow you to basically place an order online. It doesn't require an app. It does not require VPN. You can do this yourself. You're most likely gonna need a credit card though. If you use a debit card, you're most likely your transaction's probably going to get frozen because they're going to think they're stealing your credit card since you're using it in a different country. So I would recommend using a credit card. There have been people that informed me that they had the option to pay through PayPal, but from my personal experience, I didn't have the option to pay through PayPal, so I did have to use a credit card to place my order. Unfortunately, when you do this, the food you're ordering, since you're obviously not going to pick it up since it's all the way in France, it's most likely going to get thrown out or go to waste. So unfortunately, that is going to happen. Hopefully the employees are able to eat it, or they're able to give it out to someone. Hopefully the food doesn't go get too cold and them having to throw it away. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but unfortunately that is the thing that's going to be happening right now. If you do it this way, you're going to be basically wasting food. But as soon as you sign up for the BurgerKing account, you're gonna want to make sure that your email is a real email, because that's how you're gonna receive the promotional code. You're gonna receive it through email almost immediately after you complete placing your order. For the account details, for your name, it doesn't necessarily have to be your real name. You can use a fake name. The phone number, I'm gonna leave the phone number on screen that you can use. It's a fake phone number, but you're going to want to use this phone number, because if you make up a fake number, it's going to say that it's not a valid number. It's not going to allow you to proceed. So I'm going to leave in the description as well the phone number that you can use when registering for an account. But again, everything else can be fake except for the email address. You want to make sure that email address is correct and valid, because again, that's how you're going to be receiving that promotional code once you place your order. Another thing I would recommend is placing your order somewhere in Paris. For the Burger King locations, they tend to open a little bit more longer in Paris than compared to anywhere else in France. So when you're looking for a location to place your order in, search for a location in Paris. You'll have a higher chance, because not to mention, depending where you are, you're going to have a huge time difference. So again, you're most likely going to have to place the order on a different time. For me, for example, I had to place my order at 3 a.m. I believe. So I had to basically stay up all night in order for me to place an order. But you just got to take that into consideration. It's the time difference. But again, this was the easiest one to get, because again, it did not require a VPN. It did not require any, unnecessary, stuff to kind of like block you or prevent you from getting this. This was by far the easiest one to get, and not to mention you get a pretty cool operator skin. You also get 1 hour of double XP. Now the next one I'm going to be going over is the UK PapaJohns promotional code. This one you can place the order online as well. From my personal experience, I did have to use a VPN for this. For some reason it would not let me go through and place an order without the VPN. So a VPN from my experience was necessary. So what I did was I went in. Again, you can use a fake name if you want to. The phone number, for some reason, I wasn't able to use a fake phone number. I tried using a fake number that I found online. I tried using a spoof number, specifically with the UK numbers as well, like the set amount of numbers too, but it would not allow me to keep going. It said I needed a valid phone number. Luckily for me, I was fortunate enough to find someone who lives in the UK who actually allowed me to use their cell phone. So what I ended up doing was I ended up making my account. I used their cell phone number, and after that, again, you want to make sure you put a valid email address, because again, you're going to be receiving that promotional code through email almost instantly after you place the order. And for this one, the food didn't go to waste, because the person who I knew over in UK, I actually placed the order for pickup specifically for them. So they went into the store and picked up the food. So they basically got free food that I paid for, and in return, they basically let me use their phone number. So it was kind of difficult finding that, because I thought I was not going to be able to obtain it. So again, from my personal experience, I had to use a real valid UK phone number. So for you guys can try to use a fake one. Hopefully it works for you. But if not, just know that you might have to find someone with a real UK cell phone. The next one that I'm going to be reviewing is the Kontrol Freeks. Now this one, you can actually order this one anywhere. As long as they provide shipping to your region, you should be eligible to receive this one. The downside about the Kontrol Freeks is that it is kind of pricey. It's advertised as $20 for the Kontrol Freeks, but when you take shipping and handling into consideration, you're most likely going to have to pay $10. So for the total, it was actually $30 for this. So you're basically paying $30 for a calling card. It is an animated calling card, but to be honest, I don't think it's personally worth it. I was able to use a promotional code to get a discount, so I believe I paid $26, but still, it's still pretty expensive. And again, I'm sure anybody can order this online. You just have to make sure that they'll be able to ship it to you. That shipping and handling is basically covered in your region, because the code itself, this one is not automatically emailed to you for the Kontrol Freeks. For the Kontrol Freeks, you got to actually wait until you receive the package itself, the physical Kontrol Freek. And inside that packaging, that's where you're going to have your promotional code. Again, sometimes for me, it took about 5 business days for it to be delivered to my house. So that's another thing you got to take into consideration as well, is that it's going to take a couple of days, and that you have to wait for the actual physical copy. So if they are not able to deliver in your region or your hometown, unfortunately, you might not be eligible for this specific animated calling card. The next one is the Gunnar Optiks. These are basically glasses that protect you from the blue light from your screens, your monitors, from anything electronically. And this one it's pretty much the same thing as the Kontrol Freeks. This one is a lot more expensive. I believe the cheapest version of the glasses is $60. They have a $90 covert glasses as well. But like I said, it's pretty much the same calling card. So whether you pay $60 or $90, you're going to be getting the exact same thing. You don't get nothing else besides the exact same calling card. So there's really no difference in paying any of these. Like I said, this one is going to be really expensive. You're going to be paying about $70 if you get the cheapest one, because shipping and handling was about $7, $10, and the item itself costs $60. So again, I don't think this one is worth it. But if you really want to, you can most likely obtain it yourself. You just got to make sure that they're able to ship and deliver it to your address or your location. For the final ones, I'm going to be reviewing the promotional codes that are available inside the United States. And one thing I forgot to mention is all these codes, even the ones that are not in your country, they're all redeemable. No matter where you're at, what the region you're in, these codes are all redeemable. They're codes that you redeem at the Call of Duty Activision websites. And as long as you have an account with them and you link your Battle.net or your Xbox or your PlayStation or even Steam account, as long as you link those accounts together, because most likely you already have your Activision account linked, you'll be able to redeem these no matter where you are. The only difference is the location where you buy them. Some of them are specific locations, for example, like the United States. For the U.S. promotional codes, I'm going to first review the Jack links. These are the beef jerky promotional codes. These ones allow you or give you a chance to obtain the Sasquatch ghillie suit. You also are able to obtain a charm, calling card, and emblem. These ones are pretty expensive. They cost about $8 per bag, I believe. So you're going to be wasting about $40 if you want to guarantee all 4 items. So that's going to be $40. So this one is pretty expensive for food. And like I said, this is only available to buy inside the US. So if you're outside of the country, unfortunately, you're going to have to either trade someone some codes or you're going to have to buy some. I believe there are people selling these codes on eBay, but just to inform you, they are pretty expensive. The prices that they're making them on eBay are pretty damn high. The next one is the Lil Scissors promotion. This one includes a weapon charm, emblem, calling card, and again, this is only available to purchase in the US. But I'd assume that if you're outside of the US, you should be able to place an order. Since you don't have to necessarily use the app, you can place an order directly through the online website. You may have to use a VPN, but again, since I'm not outside of the region, I can't confirm or deny that. You'll most likely have to check it out for yourself. But I would assume that you should be able to place an order, make an account, and receive that promotional code online through your email. The next one is the U.S. Mountain Dew. This one, if you are outside of the country, outside of the United States or any other region, you are most likely going to have to, again, trade this code for another code with someone, or you're going to have to buy it online, because these sodas are only available to purchase in person at physical stores, so physical locations. And this one just requires one purchase of any kind. You can buy a 20 fluid ounce little bottle of Mountain Dew. You can buy the 16 ounces of Game Fuel. You can buy the 12 pack of Mountain Dew, or even 24 pack, as long as the Mountain Dew soda has the promotional little sign on the bottle or on the box that states it's a Modern Warfare 2 promotion. For your first purchase, you'll be eligible for the character skin. So it just requires one Mountain Dew code for you to obtain the operator character skin. The next one is the US. I believe it's only available in the US. It's the Circle K Mountain Dew. So this one's going to require you to buy a Mountain Dew specifically at a Circle K convenience store or gas station. This one, it's stated that you're most likely going to need a valid phone number in order for you to redeem the code. There's still not much details about it, unfortunately, because it's not available to purchase until November 6th. So this one we are going to have to wait, but I believe it's an animated calling card. I can't confirm or deny that yet. But again, this one starts on November 2nd. And I believe it's only available in the US Circle K's. I could be wrong, but once November 2nd comes out, I'll make sure to provide more details. I'll probably update the description or probably leave a comment down below, or I might make a new video, depending on how much information is given. So again, those are all the promotional rewards that I was able to obtain, including the ones that are outside of country. Again, so if you're in the US and you basically want to collect them all, Here's a video kind of explaining on that is doable. You are able to collect them all, since I myself have already collected all of them. The only one that I'm waiting for is the Circle K promotional code, which again is not going to be available to buy until November 2nd. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you were able to obtain all 4 of those codes that I left throughout the video randomly, leave a comment down below with those 4 numbers, and you'll basically have a chance to win one of the promotional codes for the Jack Links. Again, you have to make sure that you obtain all the 4 numbers that I left throughout the video. And hope you guys enjoy the video. Appreciate it, guys. Thanks, peace, and love.
You got debated. You got debated. You got debated. Debated.